Welcome back to this lesson, and thank you for coming back, guys. So in this lesson we'll be discussing on the importance of journaling. So there are different ways that you can journal as a trader. So if you are a beginner and you are in this journey for the first time, I'll advise you to have a place where you can journal, either an online or physical platform. So for an online, I prefer it to document these pictures because they occupy a lot of space, and coming to record physically, it is tedious. Another thing, I prefer even a physical journal to record day-to-day activities that maybe they have grabbed my eye, or I want to remember, or I am asking myself a question as to why something has happened which is new to me, which may come to, the answer may come to me in a while later on. So as a trader, there are different platforms. Even when you go to online, there are different platforms that you can journal in. You can go search for journaling in your website or in your wherever that you search. For me, I prefer to use the OneNote, but there are other platforms that you can use. So it's not limited. You are not limited to this. It's just that I want to show you an example of where you can go and journal. So I also have a physical book or physical journal where I record other stuff, which for me, I find them important, maybe to look at the end of the day or maybe at the end of the week. So when you want to document information, or you have seen something in the chart that maybe you'll not find the answer to that question. Maybe you have a question from the charts, but you don't have the answer to that question that day or even maybe that week. So it's good to record so that when you find the answer, or because that question will be in your mind, in the end you'll come to find that answer, because in the end everything will be answered back to you from the charts. So I'll show you an example of how you can document your journal, or how you can journal. This is the online platform, not the physical one. So it's up to you. But as a trader, you have to have a journal to record your day-to-day life as a trader, your day-to-day activities of the chart of the market. So coming to from the strategy that you'll be learning, just an example, if maybe your interest is to record or to study, or you are trading the imbalances, the fair value gaps, the breakers, the order blocks, whichever strategy that you use, it is important for you to always record them. So I'll be showing an example of the person who records whose strategy is maybe the fair value gap, the daily fair value gap. So using this platform, I also use the trading view. So using this platform, for example, I can see here that we have a daily fair value gap. I'll just be showing, not the deep, I'll not be teaching so much concerning the journaling. I'll just be showing you how you can journal. But if you want more information, either you can contact me so that I can guide you. But here is it. Here is the way that you can journal. So, for example, on the daily chart, we have a daily fair value gap. So you annotate. So for example, it is on this day that you are trading. You can see that just from here, we have the daily fair value gap. So how I do it is I just come and take a snapshot here. So when I take a snapshot, the copy image, I go back to my journal which I've told you I use the OneNote, but there are other platforms. As you can see, what I have the daily, from January, February, every month. So it is up to you to start to create that discipline. I know it will be difficult at first, because even for me, it was difficult at first every day to record. Some days I used to skip, I cannot lie to you, but maybe at the end of the week, I had to come back and journal and record the days that I missed. So when you do it for the first month, the second month, the third month, I assure you by at least the fourth month, it will be very easy for you to you'll feel like when you have not journaled, you feel like you're missing something. So start it. You'll be able to get the consistency. Yeah. So like October, because we are in October right now, October. Okay, I think some of the things, yeah, it is loading. So October, today is the 23rd. So you record also the pairs that you are interested in, the pairs that you trade. So you add a page. When you add a page, it should go back to, I like them in order. So it should go to record 23rd and the pair. It's not a must that you do it like this. So today also it is on a Wednesday. You can have your own format of doing it. Then from there, take a snapshot and you will extend. When it loads, when it syncs, you'll be able to maximize. So you can see the advantage of having a journal. You can see, like for me, since January, sometimes I come back to this data and you can see like the January of, I think January I started trading in the 11th. So you can come back and study something. So I start from, like here was, because it was a new month, you start from the monthly. Every month I prefer to start from monthly annotations to weekly. Okay, yeah, to weekly, to the daily, to every time frame that I trade, to the 4 hour, to the 1 hour, then up to the 15 minutes. Yeah, and then every activity of that day that I was doing. So as you can see, this is what I was doing since January. And I can say also that when you do it for a long period of time, the things you'll come to notice that the things that you used to journal on maybe a year ago, they're so much different from what you journal a year later, because you'll have grown even into the things that grabs your attention in the market. So as you can see, in January, I've seen that I used to record like the sell stops, but for now I don't record sell stops because I see them, they are automatic. So the only thing that I record is just the breaker. So there are things that I don't record right now, especially when I think the growth comes and some things you don't do, like these sell stops, the midnight open. You have to record the midnight open, but for me, it became obvious for me. But I'm not saying that I started in 2024. I started some years back, but I'm trying to show you the growth or the journey. You can see here also record. Also, I was also recording sell stops here at this point. Okay, live executions and whatnot. Yeah, but when you come to daily logs of October, they're so much different from what I'm recording, from what I used to record in January. Then also the importance of having a book, a physical journal, is for the purpose of, there are questions that you get to ask yourself, why has this occurred like this? So when you get that rhetorical question, you don't have an answer, but you are curious as to why the market has done such a thing. So you need to record that question so that later on you'll get the question, or even if not later on, but sometime after, or maybe in online you may go and Google, but I prefer it for you to get the answer yourself, because every person online has their own answer to a different thing, but it's better for you to have that answer for yourself and come to get to know why it has occurred like that. So also an important factor when journaling, in journaling you'll be able to discover the progress that you've made, especially in your strategy. You'll also be able to come and discover different things even from the market, and that's the importance of recording, so that, and when you record that thing, it will not escape your mind. So it will become part of you, and you get many things to ask yourself later on. So it is better for you to record. So online, there are different platforms that you can journal. For me, I use the OneNote. You can go Google whatever place that you find comfortable to journal, but every day, even in your physical journal, write something, document something, because for me, let me say it that the journal has been able to make me grow even faster, and even to record success. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and hope you find this beneficial. Let it not be something that you pass over, but you start doing even before you learn the strategy, so that you may get familiar. Yes.